Hello, everybody. Welcome to Topic Talk. And we have a guest, Thrash, because we're going to talk
Hello,
80s.
everyone.
We're talking 80s, and he's going to be our helper today. And that was
Because I'm the old guy.
No, it was Robert's idea. Oh, God, look who's in the chat already.
Yeah.
Chatty O'Raid.
Well, hi, Chatty.
You got a notification.
And Joey. All right, Robert, you want to start? You can start.
Joey. As I was going through videos, 80 videos, Madonna came up, and I thought, yeah, Madonna. I love Madonna back in the 80s. Her album, True Blue, and I can't remember what was after that, but
Like a Virgin,
I
I
like
think.
True Blue. There's some songs on True Blue. Huh?
My first wife was heavily into Madonna. Heavy. So much that I got sick of Madonna.
The only song I know from her I can think of in my head is,
Nothing but play Madonna all the time.
what was that? Girls Want to Have Fun? That was Madonna, right?
No, that was
No, that was
no, Girls
Cyndi
Just Wanna-
Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper.
That's who it is. Okay, I was.
But yeah, like a Virgin, all those Madonna tunes. Did you know she has had I think it was her. Yeah, Madonna had another hit this year. She's had a hit every year for the past, I think, 10 years. Every year.
I didn't know that. I don't really follow Madonna.
Mhm. Wow.
She's not in
me
my
either. I
life.
just heard it on I heard it on
Yeah.
a DJ talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Thrash wasn't on the thumbnail.
Mm.
What's up, Joey?
JV made makes my thumbnails.
What's up, Jamie
Thank you,
C?
Yeah. Jimmy C.
So,
We're
what
here.
other songs do you like of hers, Robert?
That one.
I know there's one with prayer.
Like a prayer.
Papa
I
Don't
love Like
Preach.
a Prayer.
Yeah, Papa Don't Preach.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
Yeah,
Love to Tell.
there's a lot of
That's
good stuff. She was in the MTV era, so she really that's how she cut her teeth, was through all the music videos. That's what really pushed her, even though her music was good.
Yeah.
So
I can't remember this one guy's name. Go ahead, Carla.
I was trying to think of a song. I love the song. It's what the fuck was that thumbnail, Robert?
Looked like he had a present.
That was. That's what Robert gave JV. You got to discuss that with him, stuntman.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't know what
What the fuck was it? Eurythmics? No.
Eurythmics?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a song there that they sing. I really love.
Sweet Dreams?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
Sweet
Yeah.
dreams are made of this.
I know that song.
Who
Word for
am
word.
I to disagree? Yeah, great song, great video too.
Yeah, she was beautiful back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's got such a beautiful voice too.
Yeah.
And her husband is the one who plays all the instruments. He's one of those. He played every instrument in the band. When they did their recording, he played the drums, he played the keyboards, he played all the string instruments, the guitars, everything.
Wow.
He was one of those virtuosos.
Oh wow.
And then along with her voice, I mean, yep.
Well,
What was her name? Oh, Van Halen. I remember when the video Jump came out. It was off their 1984 album, and they played it. It was the first video of 1984. and it got kind of mixed reviews when it came out because there's a big MTV to do, you know.
Yeah,
that's back when spandex was still big, and hell, I used to wear spandex,
big
parachute pants,
hair. Big
all
hair.
that. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's see. 84. I was just going to the army, so I had real short hair at that moment.
Let's see.
Yeah. No, Eddie. When I play guitar, it was not. I would learn the hammer-on pull-offs, you know, on the guitar from his style, but my mentor on guitar was like James Hetfield of Metallica. You know, I was into the thrash stuff. So Eddie was great keyboardist, he was a great backup vocalist as well as a great guitar player. I mean, that guy really paved the way for a lot of players. Yep. What was your favorite 80s band, Robert? Or groups?
Well, my favorite, I don't know. Actually, it was Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson?
Thriller.
Okay.
Jackson was part of like the
Thriller.
80s too.
Still do to this day. Yeah.
That was cool too. When Thriller came out, I think it was 1983, and I think it came out. It must have been 83. It came out on Halloween, and it was a miniature movie. And I remember being with my girlfriend, going over to her friend's house, and waiting for MTV to play the thing, and it was like the coolest thing that you heard. Michael Jackson was big. Who else was big? Kiss was really hitting it too. Lick It Up album was huge. It just takes me back. I mean, Michael Jackson, one talented mother. I'm telling you, he was talented as hell.
Oh,
yeah, I was into.
Yeah, I love that moonwalk.
Yeah, the moonwalk. Yep. And then he had so many hits. You know, every album he put out. I mean, all the girls would go goo goo eyes over him. Even all the young kids. No, just joking. That's a joke.
My brother, he had a whole collection of the Kiss dolls. I don't know what happened to them. I think he either sold them for drugs or he lost them. I mean, I don't know. But he had a whole collection. And when they were doing the last time they were here, they were in close to my house, like 5 minutes away. They did. There's what is it? I don't want to call it Zevo, like a
pavilion.
Kind of like that, yeah. It's like a pavilion. I can't speak English today. And there was a whole bunch of bands were playing over there, and I was so close to going to see the Kiss concert the last time, but guess what? I was pregnant with Jax, so I was disappointed in that.
My wife has the Kiss dolls still in the packages for their last tour when they had all the original members. The Psycho Circus tour. 98.
Oh, nice.
We saw that. My wife and I saw that concert twice that year.
Wow.
What's his name? Ted Nugent opened up for Kiss. I'll tell you what, that was awesome. Ted Nugent rocks.
Oh yeah, he does. Tom said Eyes of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger.
Survivor, yeah.
Eye of the Tiger. Yeah. So I was early 80s, like one of the first concerts I went to. My first real concert was Rainbow Music Hall. It's a smaller venue here in Denver, and Axe was playing. They're a band out of Florida. They were like a southern rock band. But the main Axe stuff, my first real concert was Motley Crue Shout at the Devil tour opening up for Ozzy Osbourne, and I got to see the guitarist from Night Ranger, Brad Gillis. He was filling in because Randy Rhoads had died like like 6 months before that. So that was my first true concert. And I remember walking in, it being Ozzy Osbourne, all the Christian folk are out there with the big old signs saying, Ozzy's Satan, and it was funny. So I was giggling my ass off, just watching all of the naysayers. It was funny. Rick Astley.
Yep, I am.
Hold on 1 second.
I found Aha. Take On Me.
Yeah, it's a good band. Yep. I thought Rick Astley was black when I first heard him, and then you find out he was a redhead white guy. Oh man, yeah, it's funny. Ski Girlie, what's up?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, the 80s were fun.
Looking at chat, yeah.
That was a big time for music, man. Huge time for music. It was such a blast. It was such a blast. Loved it. I mean, going to concerts and it was just going crazy. I mean, with the music, I was into Queensryche. I was into
Queens is another good
Iron Maiden, Ozzy, Motley Crue.
Yeah,
of course. Def Leppard was my favorite band in the early 80s. I was painting murals on my walls and ceiling. The Pyromania album cover. Mm-hmm. I had that on the ceiling, and where the lights at was where the bullseye was.
Yeah,
the reticle. It was pretty cool. So I did that. Rat. I was into Rat. Yeah, I was into all that stuff. 80s music was cool because there was real talent in these bands. I mean, it was fun.
I didn't listen to I was so stuck on 50s, 60s, and 70s music. Well, 50s and 60s, because my mom would only listen to that. Then when I met my ex-sister-in-law, she got me into listening to 80s music. And to me, 80s music, it seems like it's more happier music. And maybe not the words, but maybe it was just the beat and the style of how it was going and moving.
Yeah.
It always made me happy. And it was I always turned to that. I still do.
And you had all the, Black Sabbath had split up by then. Ozzy was on his own, and the rest of Black Sabbath was trying to do stuff. Tony Iommi, the lead guitarist, he went solo for a while there. Let's see, other bands. I'm Surfing with the Alien with the Joe. God, I'm drawing a blank. What the heck is his name? Put it in there in the chat. Joe. Now I'm gonna die until I figure it out here. But the instrumentalists that were out there that were real good virtuosos, he taught Kurt Hammett and Steve Vai. Joe Satriani.
I heard of him.
Joe Satriani.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Joe Satriani. He's now playing, I think, with the Circle. It's Sammy Hagar and that crew are playing. I think so. Am I right or wrong? Can't remember. But yeah, it's good old time. The 80s were just wild. I mean, the late 80s, when the late 80s came around, that's when Guns N' Roses came out. Metallica.
I love Metallica.
Metallica was going through a change. They were cutting their hair, smoking cigars. Load, Reload came out in the late 80s.
My nose.
But yeah, it was cool when I was overseas. When I lived in Germany for 2 years, it's from 85 to 87. I went to 2 Monsters of Rocks. That was before they had like the download festivals and Wacken and all that stuff. These were the big venues. So like seeing Def Leppard and Iron Maiden and all these obscure bands too that did the openings. It was wonderful watching these bands play. So I've always been a big music Monsters of Cock. But yeah, it's just the music. I mean, Motorhead and all the European bands that were out there that were really hammering it as well. There was some punk stuff I was into as well.
Monsters of Cock. Oh God.
In the mosh pit, going to town.
Oh yeah.
Go back with a black eye or broken nose, or that was fun back in the day. You're 20 and you're 22 years old and you're invincible. And
maybe if I was younger then and I had my strength then maybe I would do the mosh pit. No.
Yeah. Oh no, I won't even go close to the mosh pit now.
Right.
Everyone would die. No, just joking. No, that's pretty brutal now. I mean, people are swinging and stuff. So come on, man, stop that.
Right.
Trying to think of some other bands that were there were just tons of them. Wasp.
I didn't hear Wasp. I might have heard of the music, but never heard of the band.
Yeah, they were pretty deep, a little dark. Blackie Lawless, great freaking singer. The hairband stuff, Night Ranger. God, there's just so many of them, and you sit there and you can rattle them off before you come on something like this, and then you go blank.
Right.
Van Halen. There was Anthrax. There was just tons of bands.
Bon Jovi.
Even some of the stuff that came up from the 70s too, like Foghat. And,
Bon Jovi was a good one.
Bon Jovi, Poison, all of those East Coast bands. Yep.
Who was it that did Every Rose? Was that Poison?
That was Poison. Yeah.
Oh, Every Rose, yeah. Journey. I didn't know Journey was. Oh, that's
Journey started in the 70s, but they really launched with the MTV stuff, so it really helped them because their albums Frontier and Escape were big freaking albums during that time. They made a lot of videos off of those two albums.
There's Talking Heads. They're from 1955 to 1975 to 2002.
Yeah, they were like one of those bands that came from Europe that were like on MTV. You had a multitude of types of genre that they would play, and you had a lot of stuff that was over the pond from the UK that would come out, like Simple Minds. These guys you're talking about, Devo. I mean, there were so many bands that came from the UK that weren't streamline rock. They had the alternative stuff going that they would play, so it would balance out at MTV. Then you had the rockers from the UK, from Def Leppard.
Wasn't U2 from like the UK or something?
U2 is from Ireland.
Ireland. Okay, I never knew that.
Sunday Bloody Sunday. It's about the war in Ireland.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Let's see what else. Oh, we talked about Queen. Poison.
Queen, of course.
I love Queen. Yeah. I think I like their music a little bit more than Don't Tell Blake. You probably listening more than Beatles.
Well, the Cars were really good. I wasn't into The Cure. The Cure was pretty rampant in the 80s. Duran Duran, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aerosmith came up from the 70s, but they played through the 80s.
I think with MTV coming out, I think with them showing videos, I think people got more, like to say, power with their music and more money with their music because they were showing everything. I miss MTV.
And their albums would fly off the shelf.
Yes, I miss MTV. They should have kept the way it was, not a reality show.
Yeah, they.
I love them.
Everyone bitched about that when it went away. AC/DC, Tears for Fears was good. ZZ Top.
Tears for Fears,
yeah.
Blondie came up from the early 70s, and they did pretty good in the early 80s. Huey Lewis and the News. The Bangles.
Huey Lewis and the News? Damn, I never heard of them.
Huey Lewis and the News? Oh, sure, you've heard them. As soon as you play one of their songs, you'll be like, oh, that's who those guys are.
That probably will happen. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, they're around back then.
Dire Straits, Scorpions, Rush, of course, In Excess.
There was a
I didn't know
band
In
called
Excess was
Boys.
Pet Shop Boys.
Never heard of them.
Genesis,
Joan Jett.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Oh yeah.
The Clash.
Is that the name of their songs?
Who? Joan Jett?
No, out of Pet Shop Boys. Is that?
Oh,
never heard of them.
I think I have. Just don't know when. I don't think I heard their song.
Time. Hobo doesn't hold back.
Oh well, damn. What's he got here?
Pick it up to me.
Mickey Gilley, there you go. Yeah, and then
favorite concert. I would love to see
80s stuff. I always had that little country stuff always in the back pocket because I grew up with it. The classic stuff like Johnny Cash and
same here.
Oh, yeah, Blondie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with me growing up with the 50s and 60s, and then I got into 80s, and then our state, like in our area, came out with 95.5, the country station. I started listening to all that, and I know it's today's country; it's no different than actual country.
Oh God, you listen to some of today's new country, and it's like this isn't even country. The only thing that makes it country is they have someone's playing a banjo.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's more pop, like hip hoppy. You know what I mean? They call it hick hop. That's what they call it.
That's funny.
I do like a lot of the new stuff that's out there.
Yeah, I do too.
But I listened to a lot of country and throughout my life, especially in the 90s. You know. Mm-hmm. So, because I got out of the military in the mid '90s, and I'm in my late 20s, and going to the club or whatever, and usually you're line dancing and everything else there.
I still need to learn how to do that. I think I know somewhat how to line dance. I like the country dance.
Do the Cotton Eye Joe and
I love Cotton Eye
Joe. Yeah, I love the country dances.
The dances, yeah, the dances are fun. Yeah. Doing the waltzes, out there dancing with a girl doing a waltz and stuff is pretty cool. But yeah,
it's like their dances seem more interesting than our dances we got now.
Yeah. Yep, their dances stand the test of time compared to a white man dancing, trying to bang his head.
Well, we all do that.
Air guitar. I was a master air guitarist.
Oh yeah.
So's Joel.
Yeah.
He's over here
I only had I had one string that wouldn't stay in tune though.
Oh, on your air guitar?
Yeah. Yep. Sucked. What's up, Shredder?
And he said something about family time. I thought he said family ties.
Family ties. That's not a band.
That's what I thought he said. That's funny.
I could really.
Shit, I'm just half tempted to spread out more of the music because We could just talk all music tonight instead of just 80s.
Yeah.
We're like
we could.
half
It
an
was
hour
cool
in
going on the other side of the world, living over there, and didn't know Metallica until I got over there. That's when Master of Puppets album came out, and as soon as I heard that Sonic stuff that they did, that thrash, I was sold, completely sold. You know, I had played bass guitar in high school, junior high and high school. I played a lot of instruments up till then, but I played the bass guitar junior high and high school and was in bands, and then took it with me over to Germany. And then a buddy of mine, one of the other soldiers that was living in the barracks, he was a great flashy 80s guitar player. And I asked to borrow his guitar quite a few times. I've eventually bought a 6-string, and the rest is history. So I played bass and 6-string together for probably 15 years, and then pretty much just went 6-string because the bands I was in required a lot of singing. Because the bands I was in, I loved to have the harmony in it. So whoever was lead singing, the other people would do all the backup vocals. So it was pretty cool. Never was in a real heavy band. I was always in one of those cover bands that played everything from Billy Idol to Pink to whatever. You know what I mean? ZZ Top. Yeah. I mean, just party band. We used to do all the wedding receptions. We opened up for ZZ Top in the beer gardens at the Greeley Stampede one year. That was the pinnacle of we were together for like 10 years. So yeah, music has always been this pretty much center of my life, you know.
Now, can you tell us a story of how you, if I got this right, you, Thrash, and Blake played in the band together?
How what?
I said that all fucking wrong. How Jeremy and Blake and you guys were playing in a band together.
I'd never played with them. They played together. They were in Stone Aces. They were in a band called Stone Aces. And their forte was pretty much the Southern rock thing, like Leonard Skinner, you know, the Southern rock stuff. That's what they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they played together. I'd never played with them before.
Now, why the hell did I think you guys three played? Man, I need to pay more attention.
Yeah, I'm a long ways away from them.
I need to pay more attention. My brain.
I would love to have a jam session with them. Seriously, cool. Along with Eric Thomas Metal 75. He's a drummer. You know, he's also a guitar player. Very, very good guitar player. He's also a keyboardist as well. And just to get together with everyone and just have a jam session, just you know. Even just playing some stupid freaking 2/4/5 blues or something, you know what I mean? Just to and sing and get your rocks off playing together. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's so much fun playing live.
And playing so much fun. People to see the reaction and stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if Blake and Jeremy are going to play again together. I hope so.
That would be cool. I wish they could get together like in the same room and play live, you know, on a panel.
Yeah.
You know
I know that JV's got his son Carter and everything, so I'm not sure if that's the interference where he's got to focus on his kid.
Blake's got nobody. He's just got to gather up his bear and go.
Hey, he plays with the bear, yeah.
He might have to buy an extra plane ticket.
Yep. What's up, Paul? How you doing? What's up, Tom? Yeah, the hairband stuff was pretty cool back in the 80s. You look back and go, holy crap. I used to wear eyeliner.
Yup.
I wore spandex.
Black nail polish.
I didn't go that far because I had to be in uniform.
Well, that's different. But like a lot of other people.
Had short hair. Used to wear bandanas. Yeah. Bandanas on my head. Bandanas on my arms. Bandanas on my legs. Yeah. I used to...
Oh.
I was a hairband guy there for a long time.
Okay.
Power ballads rule. Hell yeah.
Oops.
Sister Christian, all the time has come.
Hello, Kit.
Thrash your champ. Awesome guy. Hey, what's up, Colin? Hey, Colin.
Colin.
Down. Thank you.
Now the 80s was define my 20s. Everything was focused around music and chasing girls and trying to keep your sanity and I got kids around the world.
I hope not.
Just joking.
I know. Hey, Steve.
That's all I need. Get a phone call. Someone with a foreign accent. I'm your son.
Oh, Lord. That'd be scary.
Yeah, that would be an old son.
Right?
That's a good enough.
I don't know if that came up again, or what? Am I missing something here, or what? But I think I got it.
So, what year were you born, Carla?
84.
84. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So 94, you were 10. So you pretty much grew up with the 90s stuff, the grunge, all that.
The pop,
Korn.
Which I love that stuff. I still listen to that stuff to this day.
Some of that's not bad. A lot of it was Poor Pity Me music is what I call it, where Nirvana and the Pearl Jam and all those things. I wasn't really into those bands because they were fucked up all the time.
True, like all white.
That was right when things were turning into like auto tune and backing tracks when they go live because they would be so screwed up before they hit the stage.
Yeah.
Popcorn set. There you go, Paul.
Mostly all the music that they were playing in the 90s is like something that he broke my heart. And I sit here listen to some of the music today. If you listen to the goddamn words, and I don't know why our parents let us listen to this, but it was all like about sex.
Oh, especially the 80s. It was chasing girls and it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That was the whole thing about. That's what the 80s was about.
That was the 80s era.
Yep. That's when you couldn't even touch those bands. You couldn't get backstage to see them. Like Metallica. I've met the band many, many times, but it was part of like a meet and greet. I was with their fan club for a long, long time, decades, and I had a number that was so low. I was one of the first like 1,000 or something. And when I would go to the shows, they would have raffles on those that are the Metallica fan club. I was the same with Motley Crue. And if you were this number or below, you were automatically going to go to the meet and greets, and then they would raffle off who else could go. So they'd have like a total of 30 or 40 people that would go back. And I've met Kurt and James tons of times. I've met James and Kurt over in Germany. I couldn't even get near Lars or James. They were just being mobbed in the club we were at. It's called the Rock Fabrique, because they would play these big bands and play these in Berlingen at the stadium there, and then afterwards they would go to Ludwigsburg and hang out at the Rock Fabrique. That was a big deal for these bands. So whenever we would have to leave the show just early enough so we could catch the last train back to Ludwigsburg, and then next thing you know, freaking Metallica's coming through the freaking doors. Like, holy shit! So I followed Kirk and Jason back to the DJ booth and had them sign one of the menus from the place. It's pretty cool.
You still got it to this day?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I have my Monsters of Rock poster from 19. Let's see, what was it? It was 1987, I think, or 86. And I met them again in 98 and had James and Jason both signed it, along with the ticket stub I had from Germany back in the mid 80s. I had them sign that as well.
Awesome. I wish they still had ticket stubs. It's like I'm jealous.
The ticket stubs are really cool over in Europe.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it here. I got it on my Facebook.
Oh wow.
My book.
But I'm like, Joel's got like all of his Metallic tickets. He's got all of his other tickets saved. And it's like, well, hell, I can't save any tickets because all this shit's on here.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Right. Let's see.
I even asked Joey, I'm like, dude, we went to the Bulls thing. Can you make a copy of the ticket? No, dude, they're on the freaking phone. Like, and then same with the Rob Zombie concert. It's like, Joel's like, well, screenshot it. I'm like, screenshot it. There's really no point. I want to have it on
here.
paper.
I'll share this in the basement. So this is the 1987 Monsters of Rock poster. So Deep Purple headlined Metallica, Dio, Metallica, Rat, Cinderella, Halloween, and Pretty Maids. And you can see where they signed it. There's James and Jason's. So I had the poster from the concert in 87, and this was signed in 1998. And then this is what the ticket stubs look like. So this is Master Puppets tour in Brooklyn, 1987, and I had Jason and James sign this, and it was 1998 when they signed it.
Oh wow.
There's Iron Maiden's tour. Wasted Years tour 86-87. Oh, that's my unit patch. Let's see what's anything in here. Here's what the Iron Maiden ticket looks like. Wasp opened up for Iron Maiden 1986.
It's cool you got all this stuff.
Yeah.
This is Dokken, George Lynch, Jeff Pilsner, Don Dokken. Here's my Motley Crue fan club. This one expired in 87.
Were you able to renew it?
No, well, that was a long time ago. And this is Kurt Hammett and Jason Newsted. They signed. This is that signed menu. Yep. Here's Girl School. Had them sign. There's Girl School right there. There's a lead guitarist.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, it was fun.
Well, this is cool.
Yep. 80s was the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of like makes me want to be like more born in the 80s than I was in the 90s, but I love the 90s. Oh, speak of the devil. Hopefully he didn't hear what I said earlier.
Blake, oh!
Hi, Blake.
Onto the hills. One of the best vocalists out there, Bruce Dickinson.
Wow.
Hey, Raven.
For that type of music. Another good was Jeff Tate from Queensryche. That guy was phenomenal. I saw him live a couple times. Too bad that band kind of they split. They had a big old court thing going over the name. So I saw Queensryche with Randy Sarzo on bass, and he had the flu that night, and he had to sit the whole freaking gig. You know Rudy Sarzo? He played with Ozzy. He played with Quiet Riot. Yeah. I got to meet him as he was going on to the bus, and he was ill. They had to take him and get him to the hospital. Pump fluids in him and stuff. But yeah, it was cool. The guy that took him on there, I said, "Hey, Rudy, feel better, man." And they went on there, and then the guy came back out that helped him on the bus. And he's like, Rudy says, "Thank you very much." I was the only fan out there that was, "Hey, I know you."
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Silent Lucidity. Yeah, that was a good song by Queensryche. I liked the Warning album mostly. I liked New World Order or World Order, I think it was too. All their stuff rocked. It's just the older. I love the older stuff because it was so raw, and the guitar playing was just amazing. You know, dual lead guitar players. You know, Michael Wilton, and you know, and with Jeff Tate and them with his singing. He's just sonic singer. You know, the '80s was talent, man. It was nothing but talent, man. I absolutely love the talent of the musicians in the '80s. They were great. Sebastian Bach, yeah, and Meatloaf as well. Yeah, Sebastian Bach, 18 in Life. I mean, that was absolutely beautiful song, man.
What?
Call 1-900-BLAKE-TV to kick them nasty thoughts.
Got issues there, Joey.
New Order, yeah.
Yes, I like.
New Order. Freaking.
I have New World Order.
I only see an infrared. Yeah. I got the album still of all those, the actual vinyl.
Yeah.
It's all put away in boxes. I'll have to crack them out sometime and show you, Robert.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I remember you.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, Ronnie James Dio was awesome. Oh yeah. Is your cat asleep on the counter there?
Yeah. I don't know what he's been laying up there the past couple of days.
Oh, it's nice and cool on the counter, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys are hot in that house, huh?
It was cool this morning. I stayed cool until maybe about 3. And then it got hot again a little bit. Like it started getting hot at 3 o'clock. And then now it's cooling down.
That's cool. Literally. Oh, what other things can I show?
He's going to try to look at it this weekend. Try to fix it.
All right. So this will be me in the 80s in Germany. This is going out to the club, getting ready to go out to the club. I'll show you. So
that's you?
Yeah, it's me.
I like that vest.
Oh. Awesome vest.
Wearing my Adidas. Hell yeah. Adidas was the shit.
Popular. Oh, yeah. What are you,
yeah, this is probably 1986. Yeah.
Now, what made you grow your hair long?
I was out of the military. I had my hair long before I went in the military. Let's see. See, we were playing air crutch.
Uh-huh.
Who didn't play like that? Everybody found everything to sit here and play with it like air guitar. Joel was using the room the other day to play air guitar.
Let me see if I can find before I went in the army. Yeah, here it is. This is right before I went in the army.
Wow.
Man, you had some thick hair.
Def Leppard was the shit. I was trying to be Joe Elliott, man.
Yeah, but long hair fits you.
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell Joel that, but he won't grow his hair back.
I shaved it all off right before I went in, but I still had to go get a haircut in the military. They just ran a razor over my head. Nothing happened. I had to pay $7 for a haircut.
Shit, nowadays you got to pay what, $20, $30 just for a haircut?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to get mine at least cut this weekend. But for me, I have a problem. I really don't trust anybody to cut it how I want it. Because I go to a salon, they'll cut it the first time perfect. I go back to them, they don't cut it the same way.
Right, exactly. Yep.
And I hate it. Well, you did good for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be young again. I don't know if I would go through it again. I busted up myself, and you know, all the stuff I went through where I could have freaking died. I don't think I would make it through a second time around, Paul. No, being in basic training and all of a sudden someone comes up and goes, "Hey, you got a phone call out at one of the outside phones," and I go out there. It's my girlfriend on the other line from, high school sweetheart. And she said, "Oh, I'm pregnant. I'm 19. I'm 19 years old."
Wow.
Oh my God.
No, I was 18. Tamara was born when I was 19. What division were you? Depends on where I was at. So when I was in Germany, I was with the 307th Military Intelligence Battalion, which was part of the 124th MI Brigade. No, 207th MI Brigade. I got that mixed up with stateside. And that's part of 7th Corps. And then I was in Bravo Company of 307th MI. And then stateside, Fort Stewart, Georgia, I was with the 124th Military Intelligence Battalion, Delta Company, Long Range Surveillance Detachment. So I was with intelligence the whole time I was in active duty. Then I was with 244th Engineers Reserve for 4 years here in Colorado. It was a heavy combat engineer battalion. I was communications sergeant for that. And then I re-upped after 8 years. I re-upped into the National Guard and did 2 years with the 169th Field Artillery Brigade, which was under 96th ARCOM, which is Army Command. So that was a National Guard. We call it National Garbage. So I was regular Army, Reserves, and National Guard.
Why do you call it national garbage? That's just a question.
Because of when you come from regular Army and you go into the Reserves and National Guard are lazy people that are in there. And when you've done what I've done in active duty, you tend to. I was a sergeant, so I was up people's asses when they were not doing their jobs.
What's a good thing?
So they were just, they didn't want to do their jobs. They would do 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. So they would go in on that weekend and do nothing but listen to the sports stuff in their vehicle. I'd go around and make them work. And they hated me for that.
They want to sit on their ass.
You need to, because I was in charge of all of the communication. So all the radios, everything. You had to check. They do what they call PMCS, Preventive Maintenance Checks and Services. And you got to not only check your vehicle, you need to check your radios, you need to check everything and do testing and make sure that your stuff's ready to go. So if you're called up 1 minute, if you go and your shit ain't working, you're not ready for war or whatever's going on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was an asshole.
I wouldn't want to do it with my boss.
Yeah. Did you PMCS your radio? Let's go look. Then have them doing push-ups till they can't do push-ups anymore. Then I'll have them do sit-ups until they can't do sit-ups anymore.
No, you can be my trainer.
Work, man. You need to get that all. Needs to get in the shop.
You can be my trainer if you want.
Yeah. But yeah, when you're high speed, low drag, you're jumping out of airplanes and you're doing all kinds of freaking weird missions and everything, and you're traveling around the world. You're going to freaking Central America and you're going to the Middle East and you're doing all this training. In the regular Army, you have to have your stuff ready all the time. And you get into these units that are homegrown where people just put on a uniform and they barely shave or whatever. Man, you got to be ready for war. Your equipment's got to be ready to go. No fooling around. But I was in charge of all the communications when I became a sergeant, E5. It was battalion level. We had E7s and stuff, sergeant first class and stuff that were actually over the whole unit stuff. But we were in charge of, passing out radios for vehicles and everything. We got to make sure that everything's working. And if your troops ain't doing their job, they're putting your life in jeopardy if you're called up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yep. Is Hobo out of the shower yet?
Oh, he's taking forever in the shower.
I joke with my colleagues too sometimes. I get mad and tell them to give me 20. There you go. Drop, give me 20. And then give me 20 more.
20 more because you made because they pissed
Oh,
you
yeah.
off.
That or just put them in the push-up position, just leave them there for a good 5 minutes.
Oh, God,
wow.
They're shaking. They're shaking. And what's funny is when you get down and do it with them. It's leadership by example. No one likes a leader that doesn't lead by example. And if you're going to have troops do stuff, you're going to do it with them.
Oh, yeah.
So they could never say that I was abusive at all.
Blake for mayor. I say Blake for president.
Yeah.
He's already the mayor of Penis, Colorado.
Yeah. Joel's talking about visiting Colorado next year to see his cousins and stuff.
Yeah.
So wrong. Sir, yes, sir. And Hobo, I didn't need to know you were scrubbing your wiener. Oh, God.
Oh, my.
Hey, BC.
Oh, BC.
You see.
Yeah, officers who you call sir. I was a non-commissioned officer, so you'd say sergeant.
Oh, all right.
How many men had under you? I was not a platoon sergeant. I was a squad sergeant in the National Guard or the reserves. So I had 15 troops under me. And then when I went into the National Guard, when I was brigade level, then we had platoon that was designated for nothing but communications. So I was still an E5, so I was still a team leader. So I probably had 30 people underneath me at that point before I got out.
Oh, wow. It's like an amount of a classroom.
Well, it's,
did you have to do like teaching too? Or?
It's making sure that these people can pass their PT tests and making sure they can pass their SQL, which is skills qualifications.
So, yeah, you did kind of teach them and train them and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I was training all the other people in the unit, too. We get everyone in a classroom and go over radio topology and antennas. And by the time I got out, we were satellite communications. So using what they call DMDGs, which is a decoded, it's something you type on, and it goes up over encrypted satellite communications. So I was pretty much a ham radio operator in the military. Using teletypes, Korea War era teletypes that are on the back of these trucks in the in the campers.
Uh-huh.
So that was my main job, single channel radio operator.
Wow. Poor little hobo. My God, Jason and Hobo are talking about freaking the shower.
Is shower.
Yeah, Pat Benatar. Yeah. She was on the tip of my tongue. Gonna come out.
Pat Benatar, yeah. All the girls like Pat Benatar. Everyone was dressed up like her.
Not me.
My wife was heavily into Pat Benatar.
I was more heavily like in the Spice Girls and Britney Spears, but that's not 80s.
Yeah, so the 90s. Yeah.
Would you tell me what you want? What you want? What you really want? I don't know how it goes.
It's a cute little hobo. I didn't want to know if it's a cute little hobo.
Yeah, wieners like Jesus. I don't know a fact about Jesus.
The
wieners like Jesus.
Camera's off. Yeah.
We are
Hold on a
young.
second.
All right. Ooh, kitty cat.
Mr. Maverick saying hello. Hello. $60 million. Smash that like. I gotta smash that like too. Love is a battlefield, man. What are you doing?
I'm gonna have to like after we're done. I have to go back and YouTube and find it and like it.
Do you want to help? I'll show you some unit patches and such. So this is 7th Corps. This is over in Germany.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Roman numeral 7. This is the 169 Field Artillery Brigade. So it's a cannon with the mountains for Colorado. And then this is the 207th Military Intelligence. That was in Germany. That was a unit patch.
Thank you for giving me the Spice Girls. I'm happy, Captain.
This is this is the 21st Infantry Division, mechanized over Fort Stewart, Georgia, which I was a part of. My sergeant stripes.
I really don't know that band.
Nice.
Keep going, Thresh.
Okay.
National Defense Ribbon.
Oh, nice.
Medal. Army Commendation Medal.
Ooh, I like the eagle on it. I think that's the eagle.
Army Achievement Medal. I got quite a few of these.
Hey, Cy.
And then my ribbon rack. These are all my ribbons.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Another one. Expert Rifle and Grenadier.
Ooh, that is awesome.
A few unit crests. I mean, these go on. This is the 307th Military Intelligence Battalion. This is electronic firepower is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes of the Jayhawk was the theme. 244th Infantry or 244th Engineer Battalion. It's got like the hooks.
Looks like a little hat.
Yeah. Hey, what's my name? I made a shadow box once, but it broke. I think it fell off the wall and it broke, so I had to take everything off. And then this is the Signal Corps regiment that we wore on our uniform.
Did you wear all those on your uniform or no?
Oh, yeah. Signal Corps. Yeah. Those are the semi-force.
Well, fine then, BC.
That's it. Fine, man.
Leave us.
Anyway, that's it. Enough about me.
Oh, hell, we learned something more about you. Shit.
See what the 80s made me?
There you go. We learned something about the 80s, though.
Me.
Music and about thrash.
Yeah.
The captain said that he blames himself for bringing the Spice Girls to us, and I said thank you.
I wasn't too highly decorated, Chris.
See?
I was in during wartime, but I didn't go to war. Here in Colorado, we have Fort Carson, which at the time was the 3rd Infantry Division, and I was with the 244th Engineer Battalion at the time, and we helped rail load all of the 3rd Infantry Division off on trains to go to port. So where in Germany was I stationed? There's a town called Ludwigsburg, which is in Bavaria, just north of Stuttgart. And I was there from 1985 to 1987. And have I been back since I left? No. I wish I could go back. But the old Caserna that I was stationed at, Flat Caserna, is no longer there. A lot of the Casernas that were around have all been, they're all like plowed under, and there's apartment complexes now. Because when Desert Storm came, everyone exited Germany and went to the Gulf War, so no one came back. There's a few posts that are still around, but not as many as there were.
Now, would you go back? Now, it might be a dumb question. Would you go back and visit Germany?
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that are still over there that stayed.
Yeah. I'd love to see Germany my damn self, but that ain't gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
There's my airborne wings and my sergeant stripes.
Ooh.
That looks nice.
Sweet.
Let's go milk a cow.
Yeah, man. It's a fucking thing. Has anybody had any problems like with their internet on live stream or?
Yeah, it keeps going freezing and stuff.
Mine does too. I've been having that problem.
Usually, if you're the only one, or you have maybe one or two people on, what happens with StreamYards that I've noticed is that you're actually the server for what you're doing. The more people that join, it all starts to share out, so it gets better as more people join. That's where you'll see it better.
But I've noticed it when I was even on my own lives. There was like 10 people up there that was still doing it.
You must have had an issue.
I had to.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you hardwired?
No, Wi-Fi on the computer.
How far away is your router?
About maybe 15, 20 feet.
So if you can get a RJ45 cable from there to where your computer's at, but make it where no one will trip over it, because I know you got kids running around. If you can put it like around the outside perimeter of the room you're in and plug it in, I'll bet you'll have better throughput back and forth. You're hardwired.
I know you're hard. Never mind. Yeah, because Joel does that too. He has his place. I don't think he does it anymore. When he had his PlayStation 4, he had the cord attached to the Wi-Fi box to his PlayStation.
Yep. So in the back of that thing, it's like a switch. You'll have multiple ports that you can plug into.
Yeah.
But do that. I would do that. You'll probably see a big improvement. Because depending on which Wi-Fi signal you're going off of, either 5G or the 2 point whatever it is, you'll find it better when you're plugged in. Because you don't have to worry about it going over the air.
Yeah.
You're directly connected to the modem.
True. Because I noticed this has been happening for the last couple of weeks. I mean, I've never had problems like this before. What was he saying?
Well, your computer may have been doing an update too. Stuff processing in the background.
True.
Yep.
Oh, well, I think Bobby's busy. Well, we got a half an hour.
Half an hour?
Yeah, unless you guys want to end it. It's up to you. I don't care.
Yep. There you go, Jamie. Yep, that was my home for 2 years. That thing has that Caserna has it used to be the flak. You know what flak is? So they would in World War II they would shoot the flak up into the air. So that's why they called it Flak Caserna. And it was actually the there was an SS group that was in there. It was opened in 1938, and when World War II happened, I think, what was it? I want to say in the early 1950s is when the U.S. actually took over the Caserna. So the U.S. Army did. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Lot of history. I mean, it was so weird going. It was so weird living over there and then coming back here because I didn't come home the whole time. So I was pretty culture shocked when I came back because you get used to the culture over there. It was weird. I could read everything when I came back. It's like, wow. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. That's what made me a man.
There's a way I can stick my son into military or something. I could do that, right? Not now, probably when he turns 18. Well, he's got to decide himself.
Yeah. I have 2 boys that went in. One was a Marine and the other one was Army. So my son Matthew, he served with the 101st Airborne, so he was air assault. Uh-huh. And then I had kind of an adoptive son, his best friend that he doesn't have a dad, so he was over all the time. And he was with the 82nd Airborne. He stayed in for quite a while. He got his foreign jump wings. He served overseas, served overseas, and came back. And now they're both out. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I had a brother that was in. My father didn't serve, but my grandfather was one of the original Merrill's Marauders in World War II. That was the Rangers before they became the Rangers.
Yeah.
So he was D-Day. He was on Omaha Beach. Thank God he survived that. I wouldn't be here.
My dad served the Army. He was, I think he was the cook. I can't really find any information out about him. I wish I could.
Yeah. There you go, Jamie. Yeah, Flat Caserna is nothing but it's like townhomes or something there now. They did save a couple of the buildings, though.
I think I asked Joey when we could find some information about my dad. And I don't remember what the hell he said. I'd have to ask him.
Yeah, he could probably look him up. He probably can get a hold of the records. So Chris is saying, I've always wanted to go flat out on the Autobahn. That's like when you're in between the cities is when there's no speed limit, and stay out of the left lane because, man, you get these cars that just they'll come flying up on your ass, and they're doing well over 150 miles an hour.
True.
And especially the motorcyclists, those guys, balls to the wall, man. You're doing 70, 80 miles an hour, and these guys pass you like you're like you're not even moving. I mean, wow. All it takes is one screw up. Never done it in a motorcycle. 240 kilometers an hour on a Sunday morning. There you go. Nobody's on the road.
Right? Everybody's in church.
Yep.
That's where everybody's at.
Yeah, I used to have a motorcycle overseas. You never wanted to have a car because for it to come back stateside, it has to pass all the safety checks for America, where over there they have, the real glass. They don't have the stuff that in between the glass. So you'd have to change all the glass on the car. Also, you'd have to have the reinforcement done on the cars as well to pass standards to come back. So we always had motorcycles over there. So we were always cruising everywhere on motorcycles.
And the U.S. will pass motorcycles?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And they would crate the motorcycle along with all of your belongings when they'd ship them back over stateside.
I get it.
You had to take the gas tank off. You had to drain everything, all the fluids and everything, and pack it full of like make sure they're completely drained. And they'll wrap them separately, the tanks and everything, but they'll ship them right back. And next thing you know, 6 weeks later, the truck pulls up to where you're living. A couple crates come off, all your belongings and your motorcycle. It's nice. Right, Chris? Yeah. Yeah, they build the highways completely different over there. I think here they have a 4-inch concrete base. Over there it's like 8 inches. I mean, the highways last a lot longer over there. They put more into it, where we're cheap asses. Yeah,
America should do that.
Yep.
So they probably do bridges a lot better there too in Germany.
Of course, yeah.
Than they do here.
Yep. They do everything better. I don't know.
You know why highways were invented?
No.
Why?
To go faster?
Over in Germany, so that Hitler could get his armies from point A to point B faster. That's where it all came from.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Little known fact.
Hmm.
There you go. Actually, couldn't bring my bike here. Yeah, 7K worth of mods. Yep.
Wow.
See, I was lucky. I had bought a motorcycle over there that was from another soldier that was coming back stateside. He didn't want to take it with him. So I had a Yamaha 750.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it from him. And then he had brought it from America over. And then he sold it before he went back stateside. So I was able to take it back without modifying it at all.
Oh, okay, good. Do you own any motorcycles today?
No. When the twins came, I haven't had a motorcycle in 27 years. I used to ride all the time. Have you ever shipped through Ireland, Shannon, etc.? A lot of troops head through that area. No, Nope. No, what usually happens is the military comes and gets it, and it usually ends up at Ramstein, or it goes up to the port in is it Hanover? No, Hamburg? I can't remember. It's all the way up north. And port it out and put all your shit on a ship and ship it back. Then they would get stateside, and then they'd put it on a train or truck or something and get it to you. All I know is it took a long time for you to get your stuff back. I had a lot of music missing when it arrived. I had so many cassettes and albums that were like stolen.
Oh,
it was insane. Yeah.
I miss cassettes, albums, CDs.
Yep.
VHS tapes.
Yeah.
VHS. Yeah.
I think life
VHS
is easy.
yes. I was.
All that stuff. I mean, I was able to make a video. To keep the video, I was able to hook up 2 VCRs and make 2 copies of the video, or sit there and record a show on my VCR, and I can go back and watch it again.
Yep.
Nowadays, you can't do that. You have to download and pay.
Yeah.
Fucking internet.
That or circumvent it all. No, I didn't buy a car over there. I had nothing but a motorcycle, so I was limited by the weather.
Actually, when I make
if it was icy or snowing or whatever, we used to take the taxis everywhere. Go to the S-Bahn, get on the trains. Thanks, Colin.
Thanks, Colin.
I had friends that did buy cars over there, some expensive cars too, that they had to sell before they left because they found out that they couldn't get it back home because it wouldn't pass the safety stuff in America. Yeah.
Now, I wonder, are people able to bring American cars over to Germany?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Yep.
Maybe Germany's not so strict on that then.
I'll tell you what, getting an international driver's license is a pain in the caboose because they like getting my motorcycles to be able to ride over there. I think I spent $3,000.
Holy.
To go through the training there and also to go through, what it takes to have it on the road, the license plates and everything else. And it was pretty expensive by the time I was able to ride.
Oh, that's crazy.
Buying a car from a dealer to take delivery in the States. No, I think it would cost more to do that than just to do it stateside, Chris. I remember going into a place where they gave you $150 if you signed for a U.S. car to come over to Europe. I remember doing that. But no one ever did it the other way because it was always too expensive.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You didn't want to walk everywhere. I mean, as much walking as I did, you got to have some sort of transportation, especially if you got like a 3-day weekend or whatever. Cruise down to Rome, go to Austria, go to Switzerland, go to Munich. God, I went to Oktoberfest twice while I was over there. Oh,
wow. I think you mentioned about Oktoberfest out there, how it was and everything.
Yeah. We, as a group of people from our area, they rented a bus and it was a drinking bus. So you could drink. They had drinks and everything on there, but they forgot to get a bus with a bathroom. So this thing was pulling over like every 15 minutes so people could go piss on a tree.
Oh my
we were
God.
Getting sloshed. And you get to Oktoberfest, and it's the one place in the world where there are most people at one place at one time. So for you to be served a drink, you have to be sitting in the tent. So they have the Hofbrau tent, they have the whatever tent, the different beer tents where they have the polka bands and everything. And to get there, you'd make a human snake. You just grab onto people and you just like snake your way through the people. And you'd wait 2-3 hours to be seated into some of these beer tents. But as soon as you got in there, I mean, it was a blast. And guys running around with stretchers with people passed out. It was funny. They have this yellow cover that goes over them, and it's like a clear shield that's over their face so they can see their face. They're hauling people everywhere that are all passed out and had too much to drink. They take them and go detoxify them. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool, Chris.
Wow.
Never heard of people doing that. I've always heard the cars going from the U.S. over to there, but I've never seen anyone ship their vehicle back over because of the safety stuff. Yeah, the worst thing is right, Colin.
That's why they have the outside.
You don't want to get hit by the Polizei either because they have these sticks and they're like hard rubber. And when they hit you, they like go.
Oh my God!
Hey.
Yeah, that's cool.
This was
Nearest
actually a
tree.
cool show. This was actually a cool show. We talked about music. We learned more about thrash. I like that.
Dig a hole. There's no room to dig a hole. There's too many people, Colin.
And they probably had no shovels.
They had bathrooms in the freaking tents. Yeah. The porta potties. They had them in the corners.
That was probably a long ass line.
So you wouldn't get kicked out, because as soon as you leave the tent, you got to get back in line,
Oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah,
did they just have like one tent, or did they have multiple tents?
Oh, there's like tons of tents. The grounds is like a mile by a mile. I mean, it's like a mile square, and it's nothing but carnival rides, beer tents, food. I mean, you name it. The atmosphere is just like one huge outdoor carnival. It is so cool. And I won a pink elephant. His name was Bimbo. And I think I have a picture of Bimbo that I won in Germany. Where are you? Where are you?
Oh, shit.
There he is. All
Oh,
right.
you found him? Let's see.
Yeah, I found him. Bimbo. Bimbo. There's Bimbo. It's on one of my lockers in Germany. I won him throwing darts. I was really good at darts. See, that's America right there. America. That's not me. That was a roommate.
Oh.
There's Austria. Adolf Hitler's world tour. As this guy was in the pub and it showed all the cancels.
That is cool.
Yep. Acting like I'm shooting a swan. I think this is Stuttgart.
Okay, Si. Hey, Crazy Ann.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Crazy Ann.
She crazy.
I like Crazy Ann.
She's cool.
Yeah, I like her.
She likes my nipples.
I
I don't know why.
think between you, Chadio, and Lep should have a nipple contest.
Yeah.
That's like showing them.
Yeah. Hey, you got them, flaunt them. You know, that's.
Nah.
My nipples are weird.
Do what?
You said nipples are weird?
My nipples are weird. Yeah, they're weird. It's like,
Are they like
one is, showing, and the other one's like, it like curls up because all the fat on this side.
Oh.
It like curls up and you can hardly see it.
So you're like nippleless almost. You stand a certain way.
Yeah. On one side, yeah.
You're funny.
All right. I'll be right back. Right back.
Right. This was actually pretty cool. What? Thank you.
Put them on the glass.
Put them on the glass. I gotta make for dinner.
Yeah. Joe's making me dinner right now. I'm having breakfast. Eggs, bacon and eggs, and toast.
Just spinning again. You what?
What? We've seen that one already.
Oh, I did? Damn. I think when my internet does that, it like bounces the chat. And I think it's one of the new comments. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at chat now, and all I see is what Hobo said. Robert put them on the glass. So. Of course, when I lay down,
pictures.
Go down. Oops. I was hitting the wrong button. I don't see. Oh, I thought Funky Uncle John was here.
No, I was looking at. He's doing a live, looking through pictures.
Oh, all right.
You're weird, hobo.
Shake them titties.
Hobo's weird.
Thanks, Jamie.
We got 5
I shake him
minutes.
for $100. All right. Oh, I was shaking for $100.
Too funny.
There you go, Jamie. One of the greatest things in the world is drinking a beer from a glass and then realizing you still have some left in the can when you thought it was empty. Yeah, it's bonus.
I've done that with pop. I drink my beer out of
Yeah, me
bottles.
too. I do that a lot with beer and soda anymore. Actually, I fall asleep with an open can of beer or pop. And they end up throwing it down the drain because it's no good because it's stale.
Yeah. That's when you just chug it.
Well, you know what I've done? If I would
Huh.
open another beer and I don't want to finish it, I'll put the cap back on it and stick it back in the fridge, and I'll drink the next time I drink because I'm not wasting it. That's fucking money
Yeah,
right there.
exactly.
So I'll drink it.
You gotta drink it quickly because the oxygen that gets in the bottle, it can really skunk it like in a couple days. You won't have carbonation, but you can chug it at least.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of hard to do with a can. Because I know I could put in something that has a cap or a lid, but I don't do that.
So you guys know Skinner Farms?
Hell yeah. I know
Josh?
Skinner.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh. Yep.
I'll be on his he's had me on the hot seat Saturday morning. I think it's 8 a.m. my time in Mountain.
He's doing the
I think.
hot seat?
It's a hot seat type thing.
Wow.
He's invited me to come be on. He's gonna
Interview
grill
you.
me or something. Yeah, it's kind of like I think Lep when he did the hot seat or homeowners
Rob.
barbecue.
Rob.
Him and Lep had me up once. What's up, Eric? His ears must have been itching. I was talking about you, Eric, about getting together with like Blake and JV and have a jam session sometime. If we
Right.
could do it, that'd be cool as hell.
It would.
I don't know. Who's he calling Rob? Me or is Rob in the chat?
Rob it.
No, we're talking about
Instead
Rob.
of Robert, he said Rob it.
Oh, okay.
It's you. It's you. You're Rob it.
Oh, okay.
Hot seat. Oh. What am I doing? Okay.
You're an
We
admin.
are at. Huh?
You're an admin. Yeah, that'd be fun, dude.
I might need
Hell
to
yeah.
find a new admin.
You know what's cool is the Rolling Stones mouth here. Bring up a comment. This almost matches your picture behind us.
Yeah. Well, let's paint it like that. I like it though. I like
Yeah,
the
I do too.
Rolling Stone shirt. But we're going to end this because we are at our hour and a half mark. Thank you for Thrash for coming, being our guest. We learned a lot about him, and we learned some 80s music. I don't know if Robert's doing a live or what's going on. I don't know what's
He's
going
always
on.
doing it live.
Right? But
He's taking
next-
over. He's taking over.
It is. Next week, we are going to be talking about learning disabilities. So come and watch us for that one. That's on Monday. Thanks for everybody watching. Thanks for everybody. And thank you, Thrash, for joining us. I really appreciate it. You helped us out a lot.
Oh yeah, no problem. I love music.
Yes. All right. Everybody, we'll see you guys later. Bye.